Okay, so let's proceed in solving this problem. If we go back in our free body diagram, we still need to solve for member DE, right? So far we already know the forces acting in member EC or CE, and the only remaining member that we need to solve is somewhat member DE. And we can just simply use the method of joints here at point E. And then let's do that. We don't need to somewhat use the method of sections because the member that we need is already somewhere in between this member BD and DF, or you can just use the symmetry. No. Anyways, let's try to solve for member DE using the method of joints here at point E because that's a lot easier. So this is point E. We have here 30 kilopounds, 30 kips. And then if we go back here in our free body diagram, we already know that the assumption we give for member C is tension. So that's why the assumption for this free body diagram for member C should be in tension also. Okay, this is P sub CE. Then we have here member DE going up. This is just an initial assumption, okay? Member P sub DE. And we have going at this direction. This is member P sub EF. It's EF. And going to the left is member P sub BE. So this is the free body diagram at point E. And the only thing we need to solve for this point now is this P sub DE by just simply applying the laws of equilibrium by summing up all of the forces along the y-axis or the vertical axis. So assumption positive going upward, summation of forces along the y-axis is equals to 0. So we have here positive P sub DE minus 30 kips or 30,000 pounds. Then we have here P sub CE. We already know what is the equivalent force for P sub CE. And don't forget, it has a slope. Okay. And according here in our free body diagram is that along the x-axis for member C is 4. So this should be in 4. And then for the y is 3. And the hypotenuse is 5. And the equivalent value for P sub C upon solving is 16.67 kips. Right. So it's going downward, so it should be negative. 16.67 kips multiplied by the slope because we only need the y component of this 16.67 kips. Or 6667 kilopounds. I just round it off to the second significant figure. So this should be 3 over 5. 3 over 5. Then solving for P sub D by transposing everything to the left side and then rearranging. So P sub DE is equals to positive 30 kilopounds plus 16.67 kips multiplied by 3 over 5, then simplifying everything, P sub DE is equals to, that should be 40 kips or 40 kilopounds or 40,000 pounds. So we have here a positive answer, meaning that our initial assumption for member DE is correct. So this is in tension. So that's how you solve for member P sub DE by using the method of joints at point E.